especially at this time when Nagaland is also at a very critical stage of, the political solution. It's important that we have a visionary leader who is experienced, matured, who understands the people to bring stability. Even when I started Youthnet, when I first started Youthnet, people thought, oh, it's your Jhola Wala NGO, doing social work type of a thing. To make a powerful impact, it is important that there's a voice for young people at the policy level.
My guest today has a chance of breaking another male bastion. She may create history by being one among the first women to enter the Nagaland Legislative Assembly. She is Hekani Jakhalu, Nari Shakti awardee, and in fact she's won so many other awards, and founder of Youthnet. She's impacted many of the young people across Nagaland and even outside. Hekani, thank you so much for speaking to EastMojo, and welcome to Karma Conversations.
Thank you, Karma. Thank you so much.
So we are at one of the many locations in her constituency of Dimapur 3, which is a very complicated constituency. Many people even say that this is mini Nagaland, because here there are many tribes and many communities. So the fight even gets tougher. For those of you who understand Nagaland, you'll know that there are many tribes, and there lies the battle and the challenge for her. Hekani, when did you decide that yes, it was time for me now to jump into the political bandwagon? Many of us were guessing, perhaps, but why now?
Friends were guessing, but I really did not plan to get into politics. It happened in August. By May, June, I had attended a program, and that program actually started the rumor. And through that rumor, there was a lot of pressure on me and my family to contest. And when we realized that there's so much love and support, and people want me to do something good, better than what I'm doing at the moment, to be part of the policy making body, and that's when in August our family decided to contest.
Right. Right from the start, you have always taken the road less traveled. You had the opportunity earlier also, you studied in the US, you had the opportunity of being a successful lawyer there. And the good thing about us Northeasterners is whenever we are outside, we excel. So that opportunity you had. You left that opportunity, came back, started Youthnet. Youthnet is very successful. You have impacted over 1 lakh youth.
Yeah.
Now suddenly you are taking another unexpected path. Wouldn't it be nice if you had continued to strengthen Youthnet instead of jumping on the political side?
Yeah, yes. After my life actually changed, I trained to be a lawyer, and I studied outside, abroad, and all those things. 2005, my life changed, and I decided to quit everything that I was doing as a lawyer, and then start this organization called Youthnet, because I really thought it was important to start nurturing young people. If the future is youth are our asset, and especially in a state like Nagaland, our young people were in so much frustration, hopelessness. So I thought maybe start an organization where we can empower young people, open their eyes, give them exposure of any kind, and help them to be more meaningful. And then after all these years, 17 years of my work, I realized there's only so much I can do to impact young people. It was important. See, as an NGO, in whatever way I could, I contributed, funds, training young people. But at the end of everything, I realized there had to be a strong policy intervention. And as an NGO, I thought it was already a saturation point. I would just do the things I'm doing, and that it would end there. But to make a powerful impact, it is important that there's a voice for young people at the policy level. And that is when I decided it's time that I join politics.
Right. There the point being that we need more energetic young people in politics. That's the demand that's always been there. So Hekani is here, Nari Shakti awardee from the president. You won that award. Many people would say that, oh, I have achieved so much. Maybe it's time for me now to relax a bit, go slow. But you are not going slow.
Yeah.
How difficult was it the moment you said, "Okay, my hat is in"? After that point, how difficult was it?
After I decided to join politics?
Yes.
Oh.
The moment did it hit you like a big wave?
No, it did not really hit me like a big wave. I know that I was making a major shift in my life, but I have gone through that 17 years back, so it is okay. Friends who were concerned for me said, "You're doing great in whatever field that you're doing, and politics is dirty." That's how they told me, and just keep on doing the good things that you're doing. This is a different world altogether. But I prepared myself.
And everybody says, that politics is different. Politics is a big challenge. A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
And every state that I've been to, they say, "Oh, Karma, politics is very different here." They said that about UP, they said that about Kerala, they said that about other states. But when I come to Nagaland, I truly believe that politics played here is completely different, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And then how do you define that different?
Oh, wow. Especially in Dimapur 3. Dimapur 3, like you mentioned earlier, is literally mini Nagaland. Like it has a mix of both urban and rural, the affluent and the people who are really marginalized, so it has a mix of both. The other thing is it has all the tribes are here, even including minority communities, non-Nagas. So it's a very, very complicating. And on top of that, it's a mix of so many people. It's not just the public. It's about different influences. I didn't expect that it was going to be this complicating. I know politics is difficult, but I didn't think that it was going to be this complicating. 7 months of my journey, I'm learning, I'm adapting.
What's the vision? The moment you said that you're going to fight, you came here,
Yeah.
you hit the ground, you made a 5-kilometer road, which was non-existent.
Yeah.
You repaired some of the roads to show intent that, I am here for the long term. What is your vision for Dimapur 3?
Dimapur 3 is a very neglected constituency. I belong to Toluvi village, which my parents lived there, and I belong to this constituency. And when I decided that I'm going to contest, I wanted to understand the people first. So I've been traveling, I've been visiting villages, I've been visiting homes. And now I tell my constituents that I'm fighting after looking at the situation, after understanding the situation and studying the situation. I feel 4 points are what I have to fight for. One is the youth. That is something that I've been fighting for because I believe in 10 years' time, 20 years' time, our time will be over. I also have a vision for my state and my people. And I believe that if we build, nurture and mentor our youth today, Nagaland is going to be in safe hands. And so youth, I'm fighting for youth, women. Nagaland is the only state where we don't have women represented in the state assembly. So it's a fight for women also. It's important that women's voice is also at the highest decision-making body. So it's a fight for women. I want to make Dimapur 3 a model constituency. And when I say model constituency, again, when you look around, your healthcare is neglected, your education is neglected, the roads, infrastructure, everything. It's one of the most neglected constituency, I believe. So I want to make this a model constituency. And fourth, I am fighting for minority community. This village, this is called Kushiabil, and as you can see, we drove in here. It's, the roads and everything. And I will also walk you through the houses and make you meet my people. Kushiabil, Dimapur 3 constitutes of half the population constitutes of minority community, and majority of them being the Kacharis. And we know this had been a Kachari kingdom, like 10th century, and today when we look at their lives, they're really marginalized. And it's important, we have been part of the Northeast Leaders Connect, and the whole purpose of having that was to, fight for the Northeast. So we have been going to Delhi, we have been saying give us respect, give us funds, give us development. Now in my constituency, when I have majority of my constituents in the minority community, I feel I've already tasted and experienced what it feels and it means to be a minority. And I feel that it is my duty to make sure that while I'm working ahead, my minority community. I hold their hands and make them work with me.
Right. What are the, of course, you've built Youthnet. You've worked with youth for 17 years. You've worked with the best. You've worked with the UN bodies. You've worked with so many organizations, national organizations, reputed organizations. What kind of experience, I mean, say as simple as project handling experience, you will bring into managing now this Dimapur 3?
If I'm given a chance, I'm really excited because maybe not in general, but the way people look at politics is very, very different. Politics is so different from your usual professional type. But I want to, even when I started Youthnet, when I first started Youthnet, people thought, oh, it's your jhola wala NGO, doing social work type of a thing. But I institutionalized my organization, and it's one of the most professional organization in Nagaland today, So I think I'll bring those experiences and make sure that everything is run as professional as possible, though I know it's going to be a little more different because it's about public and there are so many issues that might come up, but I definitely want to make it a model constituency. And when I say model constituency, making sure that the system is in place so that every person who needs to be looked after can be done systematically.
And perhaps tech also, that is what you can bring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of your supporters, or I would rather say team is here.
Yeah, this is my
So
team. This is my Kushiabil amazing women. Yes, hi, hello. Nice to meet all of you. Bishi kushi pai siya apni kan ki look pai ke na. De, itu bahar pra siya ami kan kini ka thaki ase sabole mon ase. That's Jita, and that's Sandhya. They are my team leaders, and ami kan la kisa koi dia ase. Ami takhan ke explain kuri ase Dimapur 3 laga ami kile jai ase aru kile itu jaga ami khan la kachari community hobi, ami khan la minority community hobi. Itu moi ekdam dangor pra loike na jai ase. Itu karne dusra jaga bhi jabole thaki ase lebi ami laga yete Kosia belte ami khan laga basti khan ke first jai ke na kini ka thaki ase look pabo koi ke na takhan ke ani se.
एक हिंदी में पूछेगा संध्या, आपको हेकानी के बारे में सबसे अच्छा क्या लगता है?
सबसे अच्छा वो जो माइनॉरिटी राइट्स के लिए फाइट कर रहा है ना, वो सबसे अच्छा लग रहा है।
हाँ, और आप लोग पूरा उनके सपोर्ट में आ गए हैं पहले से ही। तो क्या क्या करेंगे इनके सपोर्ट के लिए?
सब कुछ कर रहा है अभी तक तो, और मैडम जो पावर में आ जाएगा और हम लोग के लिए अच्छा होगा, क्योंकि जो वो फॉर फाइट्स जो बोल रहे हैं ना, मॉडल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी वेरी नेसेसरी ना, वो हम लोग को चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी रोड कंडीशन देखो वेरी पैथेटिक ना, तो ऐसा रोड कंडीशन के लिए मॉडल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी मॉडल जो क्या बोलता है
कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी
या फॉर दैट ना, ये हम लोग को चाहिए। और माइनॉरिटी राइट्स के लिए हम लोग दिमापुर का कचहरी है, दिमापुर इज आवर लैंड ना, आवर डिस्ट्रिक्ट, बट अभी तक कुछ भी राइट्स हम लोग को नहीं मिल रहा है ना, इसलिए अभी मैडम जो बोल रहा है ना, हम लोग का वो माइनॉरिटी राइट्स के लिए फाइट करेगा, इसलिए हम लोग उसी पॉइंट से ना हम लोग बहुत मैडम को सपोर्ट कर रहा है।
क्या कर रहा है? रात दिन काम करेगा मैडम के लिए।
हाँ करेगा, हम लोग जो होगा ना, जो होगा वो सब करेगा हम लोग।
अभी मैडम आया, मैडम के लिए हम लोग बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
ठीक है, थैंक यू। So there is no pressure at all.
No pressure at all, no pressure. Thank you. Thank you.
So indeed, with your experience and with your kind of work that you've done comes great expectations.
Yeah.
Many are asking, are you a marathon runner or are you a sprinter?
No, I don't think I'm a sprinter. I'm a marathon runner.
So once you've taken politics, you'll be a proper politician.
Absolutely, absolutely. No turning back.
And you'll not have one hand in your, one leg in your NGO and one leg as a politician.
No, I've built my NGO very well. I have amazing leadership, first line leadership, second line. I've really set everything up. I know it'll be safe. I know they'll do bigger, better work than when I was with the organization. This is a new role I've taken up, new chapter of my life.
And you're proudly wearing the NDPP colors.
Yes.
Why NDPP? Because I'm sure there were others also, other party also, who wanted to, get you as their candidate. But why NDPP?
Okay, so NDPP is, first of all, it's homegrown. and with so much, of course, there are other regional parties which are homegrown, but I believe NDPP has a vision under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Nifi Rio, and it had been a little, they had the difficult time that in the 5 years because of COVID lockdown, and it's a new party, and COVID lockdown and so many other alliances, some, that happens in politics. But I feel NDPP and its leadership, Mr. Nifi Rio, they will definitely understand the need of the people, and they understand the pulse of the people, and especially at this time when Nagaland is also at a very critical stage of the political solution. It's important that we have a visionary leader who is experienced, matured, who understands the people to bring stability, and on top of that, it's in alliance with the BJP at the center. So I think this is the perfect combination. I believe in the vision of both the BJP leadership and also the NDPP. So I think it's perfect for our state at this moment.
Right. One appeal that you'd like to give to all your people from the constituency in Nagamis, what would that appeal be?
Okay. আমি লাগা রিকোয়েস্ট তো আমি নতুন আছে হইলে বি আমি একটা ভিজন পারলো কেনে যাই আছে ইটু আমি একদম আমি বি 17 years of my life আমি বি নাগাল্যান্ড লাগা youth কারণে আমি খালা স্টেট কারণে কাম করি কেনে আছে আমি ইটু পারা বেশি আমি আপনি খান আমি কে মরম কৰি দিছি কলে তো আমি জানি আছে মোলা এক্সপেরিয়েন্স পারা আপনি খান সাপনা ইটু আমি পুরা কৰি দিবলে পারিব মই সব ভাল আছে কোৱা নহয় হইলে বি কি হইছে কলে বি আমি লা এক্সপেরিয়েন্স পারা আপনি খান লাগা সাপোর্ট পারা আপনি খান লা মরম পারা আমি খান একটা হাত ধৰি কেনা ইটো তো হেকানি লাগা ফাইট নহয় ইট ইজ আ টিম ফাইট ইটো তো ডিমাপুর 3 লাগা টিম ফাইট আছে বেশি আলাক আলাক প্রপাগান্ডা বি কই কেনা যাই থাকি আছে হইলে বি ইটো তো পলিটিক্স আছে কই থাকিব হইলে বি ইটো তো important নাই at the end of everything আমি খান লা গোল আমি খান লা vision তো আমি খান সব আমি খান লা ডিমাপুর 3 লাগা ইটো vision চাই কেনা আছে আগে যাবলে হি important আছে ইটো আগে যাবলে তো মৰম পৰা মোলা হাত ধৰি দিবি আমি খান একসাথ ইটো সপনা তো পুৰা কৰিব কই কেনা আপনি খান সবকে appeal কৰি আছে.
And the tagline is also very interesting. You said Upai Ase.
Upai Ase.
Upai Nai. Everybody says Upai Nai.
Everyone is Upai Nai.
There is what? How do you translate it into English? Upai Nai. Direct translation. There's
no option.
No option. There's no option. But she's saying there is an option. So that is why she's fighting. We hope that with young minds and young leaders coming into politics, Nagaland will also see a better, brighter day. There will be end to corruption, all the money play that goes on. With that, Hekani, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you so much,
and all
Karma.
the best.
Thank you so much, Karma. Thank you so much.